All right, buckle up, everybody, because this week in crypto.
Well, let's just say it was a doozy.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're diving deep into all the craziness that went down between January 13th and the 20th, 2025. And trust me, we've got some seriously juicy stories to unpack.
Absolutely.
We're talking headlines from heavy hitters like the Financial Times and the Australian.
Big names.
And these articles, they paint a picture of a crypto world that is changing fast. We've got Trump, meme coins, Bitcoin predictions that'll make your head spin.
Oh, yeah, those
We've
predictions.
got XRP making waves, and even a major Italian bank deciding to, well, dip their toes into the crypto pool.
It's a lot to cover.
By the end of this deep dive, you'll be armed with enough crypto knowledge to impress even the most hardcore Bitcoin maximalists.
That's the goal.
So let's kick things off with, well, how about a former president launching his own meme coin? I mean, come on, that's got to be a first, right?
Definitely a first.
The Donald Trump Trophy token went from a measly $6 to $67 in a matter of days.
It was a wild ride. And hold on to your hats, folks, because the market cap, we're talking over $13 billion.
Unprecedented, for sure.
So what's the deal here? Is this a genius business move, a political statement, or maybe, just maybe, a little bit of both?
You know, some are calling it a savvy way to tap into a new generation of supporters. Others, well, they're raising some pretty serious ethical concerns.
Yeah, there's the whole conflict of interest thing, too.
Right. But whatever your take, you got to admit, the man knows how to generate buzz.
He does. He does. And speaking of buzz, let's move on to something a little more glamorous. The crypto ball.
Oh, yeah, that was quite the event.
We're talking Snoop Dogg performing live, the Winklevoss twins making an appearance.
Don't forget the CEO of Coinbase.
Right. And the venue, none other than the very swanky Andrew W. Mellon Auditorium in Washington, D.C.
It definitely sent a message.
Like, hey, we've arrived.
Exactly. Crypto is no longer this fringe underground thing. It's entering the mainstream.
So what you're saying is, it's time to ditch the hoodies and break out the tuxedos.
Something like that. But seriously, the crypto ball, Trump's meme coin, it all points to the growing cultural relevance of this space.
And that brings us to the OG crypto king, Bitcoin. Right now it's hovering around, what, $105,000?
Right around there, yeah.
But get this, analysts are predicting it could hit $400,000. I mean, that's
ambitious,
to say the least.
Yeah.
So what's fueling all this optimism?
Well, for one, we're seeing institutional investors, like the big players, finally entering the market.
Okay, that makes sense. More demand, higher prices.
Exactly. And that brings legitimacy to the space, which attracts even more investors. It's a bit of a snowball effect.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
Right. Then there's the whole regulatory landscape. It's becoming clearer, which reduces uncertainty for investors.
Like less risk, more appealing.
Yep. And then there's the wild card.
Governments?
Wait, go back. Governments. What do governments have to do with Bitcoin?
Well, there's talk, serious talk, about some governments creating strategic Bitcoin reserves. Hold on, you're saying governments holding Bitcoin as part of, like, their national treasury?
It's being seriously considered. Some argue that it would be a smart move.
A smart move.
Diversifying the reserves, hedging against inflation. Who knows? It could be the future.
Wow. Okay, so it's not all about Bitcoin, right? XRP hit a record high this week, $3.02.
It did.
So for anyone who's still scratching their heads about XRP,
yeah, it's not just another Bitcoin clone.
Explain it to us like we're five.
Okay, think of it this way. XRP is designed for speed and efficiency. It's what financial institutions use for things like cross-border payments.
Okay, so it's like the super fast, super cheap alternative to traditional banking systems.
You got it. And a lot of the excitement around XRP right now, well, it has to do with that legal battle going on between Ripple Labs, the company behind XRP, and the SEC.
Oh, yeah, that whole thing.
It's a big deal.
All right.
If Ripple wins, it could be huge for wider adoption.
And for the price of XRP.
You know.
Okay, so let's recap. We've got former presidents launching coins, crypto hobnobbing with the elite, Bitcoin potentially going to the moon.
And XRP duking it out in court.
Right. And then, to top it all off, we have Intesa Sanpaolo, one of Italy's largest banks, throwing a cool €1 million into Bitcoin. That's what, like 11 Bitcoin?
Give or take.
So what's the message here?
I think it's pretty clear. Even the most traditional financial institutions are realizing they can't ignore crypto anymore.
They're getting ready for a crypto-powered future.
Exactly. The CEO of Intesa even said they're doing it to prepare for future client demand.
So what does this mean for our listeners? for the folks who've been hearing about crypto but haven't taken the plunge yet?
I think this week shows us that crypto is becoming more and more integrated into our world. The question is, how will you be a part of it?
It's definitely a lot to think about.
It is. This deep dive has given everyone a snapshot of what's happening in the crypto landscape right now. The trends, the developments, the possibilities.
That's pretty exciting stuff.
It is. But now it's up to you. What will you do with this knowledge?
Think about it. We'll see you next time for another Crypto Deep Dive.
See you then.